Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call our meeting to order. Today is August 16, 2021. This is an electronically held special meeting of the Dearborn Heights City Council. Madam Clerk, would you please take roll call?
Yes. Dave Abdallah.
Here, Dearborn Heights, Wayne County, Michigan.
Thank you very much. Do you hear that, right? That was good. Zuhair Abdahak.
Dearborn Heights, Wayne County, Michigan.
Mo Beydoun.
Here, Dearborn Heights, Wayne County, Michigan.
Robert Constant.
Here, Dearborn Heights, Wayne County, Michigan.
Denise Malinowski Maxwell.
Here, Wayne County, Dearborn Heights, Michigan.
Ray Muscat.
Here, Dearborn Heights, Wayne County, Michigan.
And Tom Wenzel. Oops, you're muted. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Uh-oh, he froze up on us.
Here in the great city of Dearborn Heights, Wayne County, Michigan.
Got it. Madam Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Tonight, I'd like to have Councilman Muscat lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the
allegiance
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. First on the agenda is public hearing and comment on the one agenda item we have. You have a limit of 2 minutes. Would anybody like to comment on that?
Madam Chair, we need to approve the agenda.
There is no agenda approval, is there?
Yes,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
just for
I'm
the one
sorry.
item. But
Okay.
there is an agenda.
Yes, okay, you're right.
Sorry.
Next, we have agenda approval.
Madam Chair,
Councilman Constant?
I move that the agenda of the special meeting of the Dearborn Heights City Council held electronically be approved.
Support.
Supported by Councilman Muscat. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next, we have public hearing and comment on agenda items. There is a limit of 2 minutes. Would anybody like to comment on the one agenda item we do have? Hearing none, we'll move on. Next, we have reports from city officials. This is Treasurer Hicks Clayton, summer tax due date extension.
Madam Chair,
Councilman Muscat.
I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the, I move that the Dearborn Heights City Council approve the extension of the summer 2021 tax filing deadline without late penalty and interest fees from Monday, August 16th, 2021 to Thursday, August 19th, 2021 is outlined in 9A.
Support.
Supported by Councilman Abdul-Haq. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we have comments from council members. Does any of the council members have any comments? Go ahead, Madam Clerk.
Got it? No, I'm
Got
so
it.
sorry. There we go. There we go. Okay, I just want to make, I'm muted. No?
You're not.
Okay, it came up on the screen that I was. I wrote something up because there was, okay, because the setting up of this special meeting has caused undue chaos. I want to go on record explaining the clerk's office procedure for setting up special meetings. As I was not included in the initial conversation, which occurred on Thursday morning to request a meeting, nor was I asked about the procedure until I was out of town on Friday, this caused chaos. This whole situation could have been avoided had I been contacted on Thursday at 10 a.m. when the conversation began. The cover letter and agenda would have been published by the end of that day on Thursday. As you know, for the special meeting, of the council may be called by the city clerk on written request of the chairman, mayor, or any 3 members of the council on a 24-hour written notice to each member of the council. Thus, that's why I couldn't call it till 6 o'clock today, because I couldn't get the information to you until 6 o'clock today or yesterday. Obviously, we had other issues with not being access to our share drive. So I had to recreate everything because we couldn't get to our share drive. Lesson learned. Designating the purpose of such meeting and served personally or left at his usual place of residence by the clerk or someone designated by him. But any special meeting at which all members of the council are present or have waived notice in writing shall be a legal meeting for all purposes without notice. While the charter does not request signatures, it is the clerk's office procedure as well as a best practice to have the request from the mayor, chairman, or 3 council members for a special meeting in our files for the requested meeting. Since the treasurer requested the meeting through the council members, I have requested that she print out the council members' emails requesting the meeting and have them sign their emails. This solidifies that it is indeed the individual requesting the meeting. Not that I don't trust you guys, but this way it's just being a best practice, okay? Once I received the 3 emails requesting the meeting, I proceeded immediately with what I had to setting up that meeting. I have no problem doing that and receiving the signatures later. This is just a reminder to anyone requesting a special meeting. There is an extra cost to our city and thus the residents. And I would ask that those requesting an extra meeting to ask themselves or their staff members if it could not wait until the next regular meeting. In fact, not long ago, we had a special meeting that was scheduled to approve 2 contracts of which the honorable body have already approved. Okay, we don't inspect everything when we get it, but after Dana did the council motions, she looked and she said, we already did this. So that special meeting, in addition to costing the citizens extra money, was also not necessary. So in closing, it's all about having that conversation. And I hope if you have any questions or concerns from our office, that you please contact me, okay?
Okay, next I have Councilman Constant.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Clerk Senia. I did not receive any email from the treasurer. I received an email from Councilman Musket, I think sometime on Saturday. My power was off at my office for a few days. I received a phone call with a voicemail message left, but that was it. And I know City Hall was open last week. There was limited functions that the City Hall could do, but it was open last week. So now we've extended the due date from Monday today till Thursday. I know many people have their taxes paid via their part of their mortgage payment and escrowed, and former Treasurer John Riley would indicate that the electronic payments, the people would wait till the very last minute before they pay. Power was on today. I don't know that this last minute attempt to have this set this special meeting today was necessary. And in the future, you know, everybody has to follow the charter. Thank you.
Thank you. Next I have Treasurer Hicks Clayton.
All right, thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, I do want to say thank you to Madam Clerk as well as council members. So I do want to recreate something though. So Wednesday we lost power. It was around 3:30. Okay, everything went down. We had to close. Thursday morning we did not have power. We did not have the server. We were manually receipting. And up to the point we were open only because IT continued to tell us they were going to have us up and operational. However, we were not. And that's why it was closed. So we've lost part of Wednesday. We lost half of Thursday. And then we were back up today on Monday morning. I will tell you, I have Wednesday, Thursday, and today's business that has to be in because BSNA was just available this morning. And Councilman Baydoun, I see you. You were here today. You saw what we were doing today. We had double lines from 8 a.m. until 5. I did not leave the front. And in fact, I haven't eaten. I'm not looking for anything. I don't need anything. I just want you to know what it was like for us. So we have all this receipting we have to do. The reason for this entire thing, and by the way, I called every single council member. I cannot control if a council member calls me back or not. I did not even have my phone operational. It was hit and miss. And I contacted the council chair first. And we had a conversation. We agreed that we both agreed. We all agreed this was a good thing. And you know who this is for? This is for our residents. All right. Our residents still are without power. Our residents have been without, some of them have been without power since last Wednesday. They have experienced flooding. They have had a lot of things that they've experienced. So I do thank the council, by the way, for showing compassion and leading with compassion and adopting this resolution to extend. We are just trying to do something for our residents that are struggling right now. And it does, and I already shared for the council members that did call me back. I did share it was a no impact. Okay, it's not hurting your treasury. Yes, it does cost to have the meeting because you have staff that's in, but and I understand that. But again, this was initiated on Thursday, and again, I had spotty service. Phone lines were down, and my own cell phone was in and out for most of the day. So we did the best we can. And again, it's about them. I don't think we should be taking away who this is really about. All right, it's about the residents and who we serve. And again, I just want to thank everybody. I really do, because it was hard for all of us, I believe. And that is what we call an emergency. Thank you.
Madam Clerk, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I just want to respectfully request that anyone thinking about having a special meeting, obviously this was unprecedented. I'm tired of that word unprecedented. But with that I be included, because there's no way it's going to happen. Like I said, 10 a.m. The conversation was held on Thursday. I didn't hear about it until Friday morning. I was out of town for the first time in over a year. I couldn't access the service. It was very frustrating. Dana couldn't access the service. And I would respectfully request that anyone doing that to please include me, to include the clerk's office. Because that relaxing weekend wasn't so relaxing.
Okay, I have Councilman Muscat.
Real quick, for our city clerk, can we get, when we send an email and our name is at the bottom, that's not good enough, or do we have to physically sign it, scan it, and send it back? But we're probably better off if we get DocuSign, where we sign in the DocuSign and our signature on our email printed out should be good enough. Everybody does that. Even I can believe maybe even Elizabeth Sobel Perry has heard of it, where they do this. I mean, companies do this all the time, even banks.
I could check into that. I will check with the HR director.
DocuSign. It's called
Okay,
DocuSign.
and it's not that I don't trust you guys, but you know what? In 6 months from now, somebody's going to ask me, did you get that? And I'm not going to remember. This way,
Well,
David will look in the file and it'll be there.
Council Chair.
Councilman Constant.
Yeah, I'm familiar with DocuSign, and it's used quite a bit, especially in the real estate industry. But there is a cost if the city wants to try to use it. But on all my emails, I have an electronic signature. I know the email I received from Councilman Muscat asks for a returned receipt. My question is, was a written request made Thursday at all for a special meeting? Anything in writing?
No.
I went in on Friday because my phone was down and the server was down. I had to wait till I could access internet through my phone. And as soon as it came up, I sent the email, but I had called council chair and the mayor, and we had spoken on Thursday and we had all agreed. It went in immediately the next morning or the next day and went to the clerk.
I didn't get a phone call until Friday morning. It was a phone. I think it was, I don't know if it was the email because I was out of town. Like I said, I was out of town and I did not get that phone call until later in the day.
Yes.
Now, with all due respect, I apologize, Madam Clerk. When I received a call from Treasurer Hicks Clayton at 10:11 a.m. on Thursday, I thought you were also included in that loop because by right, according to the charter, you should have been. I did call her back at 1 o'clock and we discussed that I would do whatever necessary to make this happen. At that time, she never requested me to put anything in writing to you because I would have called you if I'd known you were not in the loop, and I apologize for that. That's not the way I do business. At this time, we have Councilman Abdullah.
Council Chair, just a quick note in defense of the clerk's office. These things should be in writing, but I did clarify today after speaking with our clerk that it is not necessarily something in the charter. It's just something that she prefers in the procedures, as far as her own personal procedures. And I totally agree with her based on my business that everything should be in writing for something like this, because otherwise there's no documentation as far as a vote is concerned. Not specifically when I'm talking about a vote, I'm talking about when we vote, like in this particular case, as a council body, if we want this meeting or not, just me calling her is probably not good enough, because she could put a check mark that I called her, and then later on, I hypothetically can deny having approved it or not approved it. So I just want to make it clear that it is not a charter mandate. It is a part of her procedures. And as a clerk, she has a right to those particular procedures. And I think we should all follow them personally.
Right.
In terms of DocuSign, it is used a lot in the real estate industry. Very easy to use. I mean, even I could do it. So that's how easy. And, if we can put it in, it's not that expensive. I think it'd be a good idea if you guys need it.
I was gonna say there is a cost to it, just so that you're
Yeah.
aware of that, but we can
I don't-
look
Our
into it.
company picks it up, so I don't know what the cost is.
$25 and $25 and $40
For the year?
per year. Wait a minute. Per year. Oh my goodness. No, wait a minute. One is $25 per user per month, 300 annually, or that's standard. And Business Pro is $40 per user per month, or
That's too much money.
$480.
We'll go the
That's
other
too
way
much for
around.
as often as we don't use it.
What'd you say? Yeah, I don't use it. I wouldn't use it that much. I
No.
don't think. I don't know if there's a blanket under, I don't know.
But
We'll just
also
use,
too, when I just wanted to clarify, when I refer back to the charter, I meant contacting the clerk should be one of the first steps in regards to a special meeting, because she's the initial point of contact to get that taken care of. So in regards to a special meeting, she should be the first one that should be contacted, so she's in the loop.
Madam Chair.
Treasurer Hicks,
Yeah,
Clayton?
just again for clarification, remember,
You're muted. You're muted. Treasurer Hicks Clayton, you're muted. You're still muted.
communicate with people. We had our server down here at City Hall, doing the best we could communicate. I apologize to the clerk. I do appreciate everybody. But like I said, as soon as I was able to send information out or make that request, I did so. Thank you.
Any further comments from council members? This time, we will move to public announcements. Seeing none, I will ask for public comments.
Madam Chair,
Councilman Baydoun,
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Councilman
Madam Chair?
Baydoun moves to adjourn. Councilman Muscat seconds it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Those opposed, the ayes have it. Meeting has been adjourned. Everyone have a good
Have a
evening.
good week.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thanks.